I am open to the use of Dengvaxia again. Maraming patay na. It's an epidemic. I do not need foreigners to telling me. My own Filipino scientists and doctors would tell me what to do. I will be guided by their announcements.
Well, I have an appeal to the president. Yeah.
We saw how that worked last time.
Well, I have an appeal to President Duterte. President Duterte, for the sake of the Filipino people, please consult a lot of scientists, okay? Like what my husband is saying, confirmational bias. It's not because it has aligned in what our current thoughts are that we're going to listen to that person. We have to listen to other people as well. And we have to be open-minded. Do not attach our emotions with it. It should not be because we are emotionally driven that we're going to do this, but we have to listen to other people, especially conventional medicine. Me, I have dissociate myself with conventional medicine. Okay, but those people, especially in Phil, who still believes in conventional medicine, will at least listen to those scientists who are inclined in conventional medicine.
And don't just rely upon opinion, please. Rely upon the science of it. The science says this is a bad idea. The track record shows that this was a bad idea. Please do not reconsider doing this for the sake of the Filipino children, for the sake of society there.
Yeah.
Please do not let your legacy be one of genocide.
Yeah. So there are better ways. There are better ways to do it, you know. Anyway, you have tackled drugs already, okay? And it was difficult. It was difficult just cracking all of them. Let this be another of your legacy as well. Just to crack, do the worst, okay?
Yeah.
Punch them. Punch them already. I mean, the worst already. There's just the most difficult cases there already. Just handle them all. You know, if it's difficult, come on, I'll solve all of the problems. And I think the most difficult problems are the most rewarding.
They are
most rewarding if you're able to tackle all of them.
If you got a problem, I'll solve it. Check out the hook on my DJ.
So, in retrospect, so we will be talking about Dengvaxia. Okay, so Dengvaxia, what is a small history? How about you, honey? Do you have any idea what is the small history of Dengvaxia?
Well, I can tell you, first of all, anybody that says it was a bad idea, or a good idea rather, anyone who says Dengvaxia was a good idea, simply is not looking at the science of it. I mean, truly, you're not looking at the science of it, because the world's leading expert on dengue, Dr. Scott Halstead, he even said, this is a bad idea. Don't do it. Even his video testimonials before the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee on Dengvaxia, where they saw this was a bad idea. It should have never been done. And now we're hearing about Malacanang saying, well, we're open to reevaluating it. How can you be open to reevaluating it? When everyone's calling to listen to the experts. Let's listen to the experts. The experts are saying, don't do it. Now, if you want experts who will agree with you, then just pay them. Talk to people like Dr. Kenneth Hartigan Go. He'll tell you it's a great idea because he's the one that helped push it through with Zulig Pharmaceuticals. You know, you talk to people like Dr. Garin, from former DOH secretary. You know, what are you talking about? When you're talking about people like Garin, you're talking about folks like that. You're talking about doctors that have very, very, very small clinical experience. They're politician doctors. Ones that want to set up health policy because they're experts. Experts in what? Clinical care? No. Epidemiology? Because literally, when you have the world's leading expert on dengue with over 50 years of experience who says, it's happened, we have a vaccine that enhances dengue because of the antibody-dependent enhancement, listen to them. Are you kidding me? If you want to just continue ignore the experts you disagree with, what's the point? This is the science of the issue. This is an opinion. It's not my opinion that Dengvaxia was a bad idea. It's scientific fact. You know, the science clearly demonstrates that this was a terrible idea, but DOH and Secretary Duque and Garrett and everybody saying, no, 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 it was a great idea. We needed to do this. Really? Please, scientifically demonstrate that. Instead of just offering up your ridiculous opinions, show us. Show us the science that says this is a good idea. You know, because you launched this big dengue program. You injected over 800,000 children, and now you have more dengue cases reported than ever before. How about we deal with the cause of the dengue epidemic, the vector, the mosquitoes, instead of trying to play catch up after the fact? You know, the reason why people don't do that, Mom, is it's hard. It's hard work. Like for example, in Manila, does it flood every year in Manila?
Oh yeah.
It floods every year. Do people know it's going to flood every year? Will it flood every year?
Yeah.
How many years does it have to flood before the drainage system gets dealt with?
Because it's difficult.
It's difficult. These are the hard things to do.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they have to be done. So what should be done when you're talking about experts is you get legitimate, non-associated paid experts out of the way. Oh yeah. And get them set down with engineers, people in the construction trades and in health to really determine what's the best way to eradicate this massive drainage and standing water issues, you know, countrywide. What sort of education program can we do as far as standing water issues are concerned? You know, instead of like what happened with Dengvaxia, completely ignoring informed consent and just plodding forward. Because ignoring informed consent, sorry guys, that's against the law.
Yes.
In that country and most any other. You can't just do this to people without telling what's going to happen.
Yes. Okay. So in retrospect, we have to talk about Dengvaxia. Okay. So for everyone who's not familiar with Dengvaxia, okay, I'll give you a short history.
So was it a good idea? No.
So in 2015 to 2016, sometime that time, the current Secretary of Health back then, I think it was Secretary Onas, okay? I think what happened was that he suddenly resigned.
Mysteriously.
You know, mysteriously. Didn't say anything, you know, there was no reason at all. So after that, what the then President Benigno Aquino did was that he hired, or he had Secretary Garin, who is a politician. I think that time they were very, very famous. They're a political clan. Somewhere in Visayas or something. I'm just not sure, okay? But what I can 100% sure is that she is from a political clan. So, and she's not really, I'm not telling she's not really a doctor, but she doesn't have that qualification, okay, for public health. Okay, so this is the first time that she will be in the cabinet member. Okay, it's the first time. So President Aquino, Secretary Abad, which is the Secretary of Budget that time, and Secretary Garin, they actively talked to Sanofi Pasteur. Okay, so, and I think it's worth 3.5 billion, okay, for the for us to acquire Dengvaxia, okay? And actually that time they were talking like for a discount, you know.
Yep. In fact, they even had the president meeting with Sanofi, which you know, I'm not gonna tell the president their job, but that seems a little irregular.
Yeah, but the discount is actually 34%, as far as I know. Okay, so that time, okay,
if it doesn't work, it's not a bargain.
Yeah, so that time Secretary Garin became the FDA director, which is illegal. Okay,
she appointed herself FDA director, which you cannot hold two positions like that. You know,
this is in violation of the 1987 Constitution. Okay, that says that the cabinet members can only hold one position. Okay, and they cannot hold other they cannot hold other government offices.
Which, by the way, Dr. Grant, if you'd like to debate constitutional law, I'll do it.
Okay. So Dengvaxia was given a CPR. Okay.
It's a certificate of product registration.
Yeah, by the FDA. And that time,
got it awful fast too. Thank you, Dr. Kenneth Hartigan. Go.
So inoculation followed. Okay, so there was a mass inoculation of around 800,000 children.
The poor children.
Yes, primarily most of them, they are poor children without informed consent.
Without informed consent. So basically, what you had is just a big test. Basically, a big test upon these innocent children. You know, who really didn't have a choice in that.
I think that's, for me, I think that's one of the, for me, everything that happened here.
That's egregious.
That's the most, for me, because it's a violation of a human right. Okay?
It is a human rights violation on a massive scale.
Yeah.
By the way,
this was done in children.
Was it doctors giving the injections, Mom?
Yeah.
Was it?
No. It wasn't doctors who were doing the injection.
Were there doctors doing follow-up?
No. In private practice, they are doing that. Okay, but in
the massive vaccination program.
Mass inoculation, it wasn't doctors who were doing. These are midwives. So this is
from the data that we have been given.
Yes.
So if you are the lone doctor out there who was doing this, please forgive us for not being immune to that.
Yes, and also you can understand also why everyone is just so frustrated, because they kept saying that, you know, there's so many deaths right now. Like, who are these people that died? Who are these children that died really? So are they the ones that have been inoculated with the Dengvaxia? So we will never know, because they would not give us any.
How about you release the list, Secretary Duque?
Yes, they would not give us any.
Release the master list. Release the master list of those who were vaccinated. You know, and then we can basically ascertain how many are still alive.
But I don't think that they have an accurate master list, okay?
I'm sure they were probably just inoculating people as they walked up.
Yes, because they also inoculated, aside from the school, they also inoculated those who are in the communities. So they didn't, it was really not that concise. It wasn't organized.
It's funny because they were working so quick and so fast to get all the Dengvaxia stocks used up. What about was it 300 million pesos worth of medications that are about to expire with DOH that are just sitting there waiting to expire?
Yeah, but that's another FD line.
Okay.
We're gonna discuss that. So to date, there's around 144 children that have been autopsied, and most of them, they die. The cause of death is neurotropism and viscerotropism, which is a typical finding if you have been infected with dengue. Okay, so I hope we listen to experts as well.
Listen to the experts. You know, like for example,
especially
I saw a report that I cannot confirm. I don't know if he said it or not. What the report said is that it said that President Duterte says we don't need to listen to doctors from other countries. We got doctors here that can handle this. You know, you're right. You also, you know, if we don't want to deal with experts from afar, then we can deal with the same type of experts who couldn't handle the driver's license issue in Phil, who couldn't handle getting license plate. In fact, you know, I didn't have a license plate there, no license plate for 3.5 years.
Well, dengue has been a problem in Phil for a long time.
And it's always going to be a problem. If you don't deal with the issue.
If the doctors in Phil, okay, or not really in Phil, I'm not asking about telling all of those doctors, but if the Department of Health, the ones that are really implementing what's good for the health of the Filipino people, if they're really that qualified, or if they're really that good, then dengue should have been eradicated a long time ago. It has been present in Phil for a long time. So it has not, the healthcare system in Phil is not ideal. It has not provided any comfort for those parents, for the Filipino people. It did not provide comfort that dengue will be gone soon.
No, not at all.
And it's gonna be there next year.
They're just trying to promote what is now an illegal drug in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Because Dengvaxia was removed from the national formulary because the certificate of product registration was canceled. So now what we're talking about is an illegal drug in the Philippines that they're considering bringing back. Why? How was it effective the first time? You know, you're advised by experts not to do it. You had a massive issue and scandal the first time you tried it. Why would you ever bring it back?
You're right.
Why? I mean, literally, this is not in the interest of public health. This is another catastrophe waiting to happen. This is genocide.
It is genocide.